We got Juneteenth coming up, it's coming close. So, what we need to start looking at is the conversations, kin to Juneteenth. We know we act out on Cinco de Mayo. Black people act out on Cinco de Mayo. I don't know why, but they did. And now Mexicans talking about yada yada. We got people, black people. We got the old diaspora conversation popping up of who could celebrate what. And you not American, you can't celebrate it. Okay, this is my opinion on it. Straight up, it is a Black American holiday. So I think you should be respectful when you celebrate it, which means don't be bringing your flag out there trying to turn it into a you thing. If you can't celebrate it without interjecting your culture, then just don't celebrate it. You know what I mean? Second off, you can't tell nobody what the fuck they can and can't celebrate. Niggas was all out celebrating Cinco de Mayo about a month ago. Now all of a sudden, Africans can't celebrate this. Calm the fuck down. Everybody can celebrate whatever they want, you know what I mean? And imitation is the highest form of flattery, you know what I mean? So is a form of flattery. So people just want to be a part of the club, you know what I mean? They can celebrate it as long as, when you see them doing it disrespectful, ain't no need to get angry, ain't no need to get mad. Let them know. Educate them on it. But in order to educate people on your holiday, your history, you got to be educated on it yourself. So you can't get mad about some shit that you can't educate somebody about. So instead of pushing and being angry about it, just educate. You see somebody with the wrong colors, hey, the colors is red, white, and blue. You know what I mean? You got that today, but just next time, if you want to be respectful to our people and our culture, then the colors will be red, white, and blue, or whatever you want to say. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to bring up, tell people, do that. You know what I mean? Also, I just want to let y'all know I truly appreciate the support. You guys we done grown so much in 2 months. Like, I did not expect this. I tried YouTube before, didn't really go nowhere, and you know what I mean? But here we are today. You guys are showing the support. You like the topics, you like the things we're talking about. I truly appreciate that. So I'll keep it up. I'll keep dropping the videos, and you know what I mean? Just thank y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, hype this video up, but you can save that to the end, you know what I mean? Make sure you like the video before you like it. But you can always hit that subscribe button. Support the boy, you know what I mean? Support the boy. Alright, but let's get into the video.
Look, I know sometimes it feel like God don't be around, but don't let that get you down. It get better when you smile. I know sometimes it get easier to frown, but don't let the struggle get you down. It get better when you smile.
That was legitness.
All black men.
Happy Juneteenth. I'm black and I'm proud. Let's talk about the discrepancy, okay? Why we can't celebrate Juneteenth? Wasn't everybody out for Cinco de Mayo? Let me know.
Juneteenth is not no real holiday for no black people. They try to tell you when Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation that he sent 2,000 troops to the South to free the slaves. If that ain't the biggest lie that have ever been said in American history. We freed ourselves with the Gullah Wars and the Seminole Wars, man. Us melanated people went from plantation to plantation, slaughtering all the slave masters and people that wanted to keep us in slavery until we made them boy come down here and free us. So y'all celebrating a holiday and still giving America credit for what we did. Please throw Juneteenth in the trash. I'm done with these American holidays, man.
There's a lot of misinformation about Juneteenth. My major was in critical race and ethnic studies. I did a lot of work in the history of African American movements. I do have some knowledge, but I want to tread carefully here because this isn't sort of my history. Juneteenth is not a celebration of the Emancipation Proclamation. That shit happened on January 1st, 1863. This is an acknowledgement that the US fucked up, and a lot of slave owners did not want to tell slaves. So General Gordon Granger, I think he was a federal general, but for the state of Texas. On June 19th, 1865, he brought 2,000 troops with him to Galveston, Texas, to tell slaves there that they were free. This is meant to be an acknowledgement of the big fuck up there. You know what I mean? Like, why did it take 2 years? Like, federal troops should have been doing that shit in 1863. They obviously didn't. And also, for context, this was not even the last state. I think there's some understanding that Texas is the last state and Kentucky and Delaware were the last states. They didn't even tell folks there until December of 1865. That's almost 3 years later. Not good. I think in the US, we really struggle with things that are not happy. There should be a sadness here. You should be actually a little sad that it took 2 years, for some 3 years, to find out that they were free. There should be a sadness. You should celebrate that we are now all free, but there should be a level of acknowledgement that it's really sad. Not everything needs to be fucking happy and like sunshine and fucking rainbows, like just to make white people comfortable with the fact that this is a federal holiday. I don't really know why we've been rebranding this ever since it became a federal holiday. We let everyone sit in the fuck up. It's okay. We will all be okay.
Hold on, because I want to make sure I'm understanding what you're saying.
Go ahead.
So you're saying because I'm African, I can't celebrate Juneteenth?
That's correct.
How does that make sense?
What you mean?
We have shared ancestry.
Man, that was a long time ago. We had one landmass. We separated. We ain't that same.
Well, what does that have to do with me not being able to celebrate Juneteenth as an African?
You're African. We're African American.
Okay.
What you mean, okay?
What part of shared ancestry don't you understand? That doesn't make any sense. At one point, we shared the same lineage.
Yeah, the colonizers took us because we were the good slaves. We, you know what I'm saying? African American were the good slaves. Nah, hold on. What you mean?
Hold on, because you're being disrespectful. What are you talking about, good slaves? That don't make, like...
They left y'all there because y'all wasn't important. This is why y'all can't celebrate that.
Bro, I'm not having this conversation with you.
Because listen,
I'm not having this stupid, bro. Like, dog, that don't make no sense.
The colonizers came to get us. You know what I'm saying? When Lincoln started doing all those slavery, the whole proclamation, this is how he's like, you know what? Us African Americans were fighting for that. They didn't fight for y'all Africans. Y'all was not important.
I'm writing this debate off because it don't even make sense what you're talking about, bro. For you to say something like that, that's you crossing the line.
The way you acting, this is exactly where y'all were left in.
Juneteenth is for and about Black Americans. It's not about the diaspora. It's not about Haitians. It's not about Jamaicans. It's not about people in the Caribbean. It is not about people who are not from America. It's been very interesting over the past couple of years to see the diaspora and all of the tethers and all of the people who are Black but not from America at all try to claim Juneteenth as a part of their own. There are even some Juneteenth celebrations that are saying, oh, this is a celebration of the diaspora, and we're going to talk about Africa, and we're going to talk about Nigeria and Jamaica and wherever. And I'm here to say that no, this is about Black Americans. If you celebrate Juneteenth, I personally think that it's been overtaken by leftism, but that's neither here nor there. If you celebrate Juneteenth and you are an African American, you are a Black American, this holiday is for you. This holiday is not for you to share with the entire diaspora. This is not something else for them to colonize and cut you out of, because they like doing that a lot. I think that some African is even the CEO of Essence, which is wild. But this is about Black Americans. So Black Americans, if you celebrate Juneteenth, let it be about you, Black Americans, and not the entire diaspora.
Not trying to take anyone's history from them, but I'm a little confused as to why you guys are making this video saying Juneteenth is only for African Americans. And I'm not talking about the videos educating people on the history. I'm talking about the videos that are made to really divide and draw a line. How do you draw the line on who's really an African American or not? Because the system groups us all as one. On a job application, it says Black/African American, one box. Migration plus slavery blurs out that line a little bit more. So how do you really determine who's an African American or not? And honestly, to me, I don't even think we should even be talking about that, because we should all unify. Without that struggle, without them fighting to break that system, our presence here would not be made possible. Immigrants, Black immigrants, would not be able to come to this country or be able to live in this country freely and come here to build a life without that struggle. So it is...
Bro, the whole diaspora should not be getting celebrated on Juneteenth, my nigga. I don't even know why this is a discussion. Like, y'all are so annoying, fools. Like, we can't get rid of y'all. The whole diaspora should not be getting celebrated, bro. And Afro beats should not be getting played on Juneteenth, where you should have good neo-soul playing, R&B playing, and hip-hop, gang. It's too many Black American artists for y'all to be thinking about playing Afro beats on Juneteenth, which is for freed slaves, gang. Like, God, y'all are annoying, fool. Y'all annoying, bro. I don't care about everybody originated from Africa, gang. Like, nigga, nah. Black Americans for Juneteenth, my nigga. Y'all know this. Stop, bro, stop.
Alright, all y'all in the diaspora, all y'all Africans, Jamaicans, Haitians, all y'all. Juneteenth is not y'all holiday. I don't know if y'all are slow. I don't know. Juneteenth is not y'all holiday. This is our holiday. Stop having events and putting y'all flags on our flyers that say Juneteenth. Disrespectful. Stop hosting events and not hiring Black American vendors. Hello? Stop saying only Afro beats and reggae will be played. Like, that's not our culture. Like, bad enough, y'all are de-rotting our culture. Y'all talking like us. Y'all dressing like us. Y'all moving like us. Y'all do everything like us. Get your hair cut. Get your hair done. Everything. They throw y'all in our neighborhoods. The least y'all could do is respect a holiday that's meant for us. Like, I don't know how y'all tying Africa to something that's a celebration that happened in America. Like, y'all just always censoring yourselves when it's no point in y'all being any censor in our universe, sweetie. Like, stop. Juneteenth is a Black American, descendants of slaves holiday. Thank you. And I land my plane for my ancestors.
So the Ghanaians and the Pan-Africans, y'all, are mad because Black Americans been dragging their asses to and fro today. And the reason why we've been dragging their ass to and fro is because we said, look, we don't disagree with the president of Ghana. We don't disagree with the president of Ghana. We agree with what he said. There should be reparative justice for the transatlantic slave trade, okay? But in that, okay, Ghana should not be given reparations. They should be giving reparations. And if the president of Ghana and Ghanaians and the AU believe in what they saying and the Pan-Africans believe in what they saying, then they should be holding the African nations that participated in slavery, the tribes that participated in selling enslaved peoples, as accountable as they're holding the European countries. Because if they are not willing to do that, then this is not about slavery and reparations. This is about them being racist towards European people. And I guess they upset y'all because they thought Black Americans were racist. We're not racist, okay? We want accountability. We have not been running around asking for reparations because we have a beef with white people. We've been running around asking for reparations because slavery was wrong. Because it was wrong. And all of the suffering that happened after it, okay? All of the ways in which we were harassed, the ways we were demeaned, the ways we were degraded because of where we come from was wrong. And none of that would have ever happened if they wasn't over there on that continent practicing slavery and then decided to sell our ancestors to Europeans. Okay? Because if they're saying that Africa is where we came from and that's their narrative and that's their story going with, okay, then checks are due on to us. Checks are due onto us, baby. And the checks are not just due from the U.S., Spain, Portugal, the U.K., France, right? Denmark, Germany, all of them. Okay? It's not just due from them. It's due from y'all, too. It's due from y'all, too. And Ghana know that it's due from them, too. Look at the receipts. So here's where they admitted and they apologized. This was 2006. Then it's on the slave castle, y'all. There is actually an apology and an acknowledgement of their actions on the slave castles in Ghana. So they know what they did and they know that they owe us money. So this is why Black Americans are saying that the whole thing looks like it's just a play to get money. Because if it's about slavery and righting the wrongs of slavery, then Ghana should be leading the charge and making sure that they are the first people to offer reparative justice. The AU should be the first people to offer reparative justice, not just sitting up in the face of European countries with their hand out talking about give me money for the people I sold to you. How crazy do that sound? And that showed, and for us to agree with that would show that our movement lacks integrity, that we not standing on shit. So no passes can be handed out. And the Ghanaians and all the other people over there on the African continent that's upset, y'all just gonna have to be mad. Okay? Because that's what makes us different from y'all. And not only that, but we know how y'all governments and stuff do. Okay, the money will never even reach y'all. They'll line their pockets and show y'all some new Maseratis and shit that they built that they bought the next day. Have a good day.
This has got to be one of the most disrespectful things I've seen. I thought Black History Month was bad, the way they all kept saying, we could all celebrate Black History Month, and we black too, and blackity black. Juneteenth, Return to the Motherland. Ghana is doing a tour for Juneteenth. We literally, I feel like we all was fighting for our lives this past Black History Month. And people were literally saying, oh, they better not bother us for Juneteenth. They're doing a tour, a Back and Return to the Motherland tour in 2026 for Juneteenth. Why? Like, what is going on? Like, this, literally, I don't even use the word tether like that, but this is really giving tether. This is really giving the movie Us. This is really giving Destiny Swap. We done heard the term Destiny Swap. It have been the operative word for the past 2 years, child. But this is it personified. Now, let me show y'all what this package includes, and then we're going to do a little history lesson, okay? They going to make us jump in a DeLorean, all right? So it says, visit Ghana and explore its connections to African American history. That's why they're so mad that we keep saying we're not African and don't call us African American. That's why they hate the term FBA, because they cannot latch and leech onto it, okay? Whether you want a Ghana vacation or you want to immerse yourself in the culture and history, you will not be disappointed. We don't have connections to Ghana. We all know the best places to visit in Ghana, so we will make your trip to Ghana an amazing travel experiences. Date June 18th through the 27th, 2026, 9 nights and 10 days. Don't like the tour date? Click here to customize your the tour dates and set your own dates. Look at the price. Look at that. Only $3,699 per person, double room occupancy without airfare. I keep telling y'all, we all keep saying they just see us as a money grab. They see our tourist dollars. They want our American bag. They want us to come over there and build up the economy. They want us to come over there, that back to Ghana and return home and all this other BS. It's so that we can help to build their economic base, the same as what we've done here. Successfully, might I add. This is so disrespectful. How do y'all feel about this? Let me just give y'all a brief history lesson about what Juneteenth is, because I think some people might not know. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Juneteenth, observed annually on June 19th, is a federal holiday commemorating the end of slavery in the United States. In the United States of what? America. Not the United States of Africa. Not the United States, including Ghana. No, the United States of what?
So, the anger should not be directed at the African country. This is something that the people in the community that have already moved there have told Ghanaians. So then they put their spin on it and it becomes Africanized. Because you do have foundational Black Americans who are Pan-African. And this is where the rubber meets the road. When you see this celebration, the Ghanaian kids dancing, singing to a Pan-African, that is a part of Juneteenth because it tells the entire story of Juneteenth to a Pan-African. I know the brothers and sisters from the hashtag hard body guys on FBA on Twitter is not going to agree with me. Listen, brother, I see your point of view because I saw what you saw there. But take it from a Pan-African. The Pan-African brother from the Black American community, African American community, hashtag FBA, they understand that was important for us to be liberated in 1865. But they're going to trace that lineage before that time, back to Africa, how we got into slavery. Whether they want to blame Ghana or not, most of them probably not going to blame them like that. They'll blame the white man for doing it. And so that is a part of us, the part that we lost. So now them being in Ghana connects that which they lost and celebrating that who they were back home. That's how a Pan-African can understand that version of Juneteenth. Whereas somebody in Oakland, St. Louis, Detroit, having a barbecue, going to the Hidden History Museum or cannot understand it. But I will not blame African countries. Any African country that you see getting involved in Black history, getting involved in Juneteenth, that's Black Americans, your people telling African governments to target us.
I guess trying to take away Black History Month from Black Americans wasn't enough this year. Ghana wants people to celebrate Juneteenth this year in Africa. It says Juneteenth return to the motherland in 2026. They say you can visit Ghana and explore connections to African American history. The lies. Blanked lies. Ghana has no connections to Black Americans, not even my ancestors. You don't have nothing there to celebrate Black American history. The money scams, I just keep going. I can't understand that some Africans want people to praise Africa because it's so-called the motherland. But you can't make any money moves without throwing somebody else in there, aka Black Americans. This should be interesting because what history? Ghana has nothing to do with us. Nothing. At all. Nothing. Well, people, are you guys going to Ghana to celebrate Black American history this year?
People talking about wearing dashikis on Juneteenth and wearing African colors and even the Black American flag colors. That's the day you became American. So if you're going to wear anything, that's the day you wear white, and blue. You don't wear red, white, and blue on the 4th. What the fuck does Africa got to do with Juneteenth? What the fuck does Africa got to do with Juneteenth? Look up the time span of slavery. Look up how long people have been here before Juneteenth comes about. At that point where Juneteenth comes about, we're not just African no more, okay? We've been raped by our colonizers. We've made it with the indigenous. We've started our own businesses, our own towns at that point. We're more than just African at that point. You are fully, by the time Juneteenth come and Black Americans are emancipated and get their liberty, you are fully fucking American. So why the fuck would you disrespect Africa wearing a whole bunch of dip? First off, mixing dashiki. Nobody's even researching where the fuck all of these cultures come from. Where all the cultures come from. Because Nigeria is going to have a different culture than Libya. And Egypt is going to have a different culture than Negro. So you can't just lump we gonna wear dashikis on Juneteenth. Now, not only are we offending Mexicans playing with Cinco de Mayo, which they play with themselves. We don't play with Mexican Independence Day. But now we're also going to offend our ancient ancestors by just mixing up different,
Look, it's another year. It's the same message. Juneteenth is not a Pan-African holiday. Juneteenth is not a Pan-African holiday. So I don't want to see no Pan-African colors. Why? I'm looking around the internet. All I see is Juneteenth this, with a bunch of Pan-African colors. Juneteenth is an American holiday, a Black American holiday. We are Americans, red, white, and blue. And the secondary flag is what? The Black American Heritage flag. Stop with the Pan-African stuff, man.
It's wild how some of you with no connection to Ireland will go all out to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, but suddenly have a problem when it comes to recognizing Juneteenth as a legitimate holiday. That contradiction says a lot more than you think.
I'll do you one even better. There's people out there that celebrate Cinco de Mayo every single year, but turn around and want to deport Mexicans. Then those same people will celebrate a Sweet 16 when that is a direct copy of a quinceañera. Then they'll look you dead in the eye and tell you that Juneteenth shouldn't be a holiday. These people will legitimately argue with you about a holiday that gives them a day off from work. That is some type of racism I just never thought about. And speaking of racists and racism, they sure enough enjoy the day off from work they get from Martin Luther King Day, which doesn't really correlate with the fact that they don't want Juneteenth as a federal holiday. Actually, I just came to the realization that there is no correlation between all of this. I think they just hate minorities, especially black people. Because now that I'm thinking about it, they love our food, they love our music, they love the way that we dress, they love our culture, but they just hate us. Also, anything that celebrates us, because they hate the whole month of February. And it's not everyone, right? But y'all know exactly the people that I'm talking about. And this is just something I just would never understand, because they love the culture but hate the people. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Hey, bro, Juneteenth is coming up, and I'm scared because we done played the fuck out of Cinco de Mayo. Bro, Cinco de Mayo, I scrolled on my For You page on Instagram. All I seen was black people eating tacos and drinking tequila and Patron and shit. I ain't even see a single Mexican celebrating their own shit. And I'm checking my comments on one of my videos I posted on Cinco de Mayo. It's hella Mexicans. They're talking about some arcade. Watch Juneteenth. They finna fuck us up. A nigga in the comments was like, okay, watch this. You're gonna make fun of it. You're on this holiday. Okay, watch how we act on Juneteenth. Finna see hella Mexicans smoking black and miles. They're gonna be outside in the favelas, crip walking and shit. My goodness, they're gonna be frying fried chicken and shit. And they gonna say, fuck the tacos, bro. We finna fry frying chicken and drinking. All I'm gonna say is, bro, we can't get mad, bro. We cannot get mad, because on Cinco de Mayo, I know every black nigga was cooking tacos and drinking Patron and tequila. Everybody was wearing their sombreros and listening to El Beeper. We can't get mad when they frying chicken and drinking Hennessy and listening to First Day Out by Precisely. I just want to say to all my Mexicans, my Latinos, I fuck with y'all, bro, and I'm on y'all side, but don't act too crazy on Juneteenth. That's our shit.
Like I said in the beginning, because a couple people probably here but didn't make it there, didn't listen there. My thoughts on it is, you can't tell nobody what the fuck they can and can't celebrate. That's number one. Second off, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Like, as long as people try to have, if you are on the other side and you celebrating Juneteenth and you're not a black American, maybe try to educate yourself about it and be respectful about the holiday. Don't try to insert your culture into somebody else's cultural holiday. You know what I mean? Yeah, and those are my two takes on it. You know what I mean? Y'all let me know what you think about it in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. If you liked it, give it a like, give it a hype. You can always subscribe, though. I might make some shit you like later. I might not be there for you yet, but maybe. You know what I mean? This might be the topic for you, but I probably got one for you on my channel. Check it out. But it's been your boy Hendo. We checking out.